Hello, my friends. I am Ivy, and right now I am in Kalimpong, and you are watching me in the historical building of Morgan House draped with ivy leaves. It is about 9 in the morning. From Morgan House, we are going out to do some local sightseeing. By the way, friends, in the previous episode, I have given every important details of Kalimpong town, Army Golf Course, the Morgan House along with its annex building, Tashiding tourism property. If you haven't seen it yet, follow the links given in the description box. Kalimpong is a town and a municipality in the Indian state of West Bengal. It is located at an average elevation of 4,100 feet. The town is the headquarters of the Kalimpong district. With China's annexation of Tibet in 1959, many Buddhist monks fled Tibet and established monasteries in Kalimpong. These Buddhist monks brought many rare Buddhist scriptures with them. As because we could not identify the road to Gouripur house, so we have taken help of the military personnel who have genuinely guided us. First, we have come across the Crookedy house on the way. In the Google map, it is said as Helena Roerich Museum. Though the building appears to be a unique piece of architectural beauty, but we could not enter into the premise as the gate is closed from inside. Crookedy House was built around 1940 for the daughter of Dr. Graham. The architect was Norman Odling, son-in-law of Dr. Graham. Now it is the Indian Center for the Agni Yoga movement founded by the great Russian mystic Helena Roerich. Now we are on a dusty narrow trail leading to Gouripur house. Gouripur house is located next to the well-adorned Kalimpong Polytechnic College. The serenity of the place compels me to pay my tribute in Bengali. নয়ন তোমারে পায় না দেখিতে রয়েছ নয়নে নয়নে হৃদয় তোমারে পায় না জানিতে হৃদয়ে রয়েছ গোপনে. The imposing building behind me was once upon the residence of the famous poet laureate Rabindranath Tagore. This is Gouripur in Kalimpong, which is just 1.4 kilometers away from Morgan House. This is the famous Gouripur house in Kalimpong, where the dust of disregard and negligence has settled upon the memories of Kaviguru Rabindranath Tagore, which once upon a time was flamboyant with abundance of life and energy. But now, the historical pride attached with this house is enmeshed in spider's web. History tells us that this Gouripur house was once owned by Vrajendra Kishore Roy Chaudhary, a zamindar of Memon Singh district of Bangladesh. During the period of 1938 to 1940, Kaviguru graced this place with his presence 4 times. The last time he came to this house was on 29 September 1940. Tagore also celebrated his 80th birthday at this place. On the morning of his birthday, Gurudev also spent his time with some Tibetan monks. In fact, on that very day, Gurudev recited his poem Janmudin through telephone from the Gouripur house, which was directly aired on Akashvani All India Radio. That history is still preserved on a plaque on one of the walls of Gouripur house. In the year 2018, on 21st of March, Gouripur House has been taken under the custodianship of State Heritage Commission. But the grievance that exists now is that the conservation and preservation of the heritage building is not being properly taken care of. The admirers of Kaviguru desired that Gouripur House be made a museum in honor of the Nobel laureate. যখন পড়বে নামোর পায়ের চিহ্ন এই বাটে, আমি বাইব নামোর খেয়া তরি এই ঘাটে। চুকিয়ে দেব বেচা কেনা, মিটিয়ে দেব গো, মিটিয়ে দেব লেনা দেনা, বন্ধ হবে আনা গোনা এই হাটে। তখন আমায় নাইবা মনে রাখলে, তারার পানে চেয়ে চেয়ে নাইবা আমায় ডাকলে। This two-storied ancient work of architectural beauty is in shambles now, looking eerie and spooky, and calls for immediate attention of the government for urgent renovation. We hope that someday the building would be restored to its former glory. After coming at Gauribari, we have met with Chavang, whose fifth generation has been living at this place since the time of Rabindranath Tagore. आगे गवर्नमेंट क्या करना है इसका?
अभी गवर्नमेंट तो बोल रहा था म्यूजियम बनने वाला है इसका, जो जितना भी सामान था वो रिपेयर के लिए ये लेके गया है कलकत्ता।
तो कब तक बनेगा ये?
ये तो हम लोग तो लेटर तो लिख के दिया था ममता बनर्जी के लिए, लेकिन वो भी रिसीव तो किया।
अभी क्या यहाँ पे आप टेनेंट के तौर पर है क्या ऐसे ही?
ना, हम लोग तो कैटेगरी है, लेकिन फिर हम लोग सैलरी नहीं देता है यहाँ पर।
अच्छा।
लेकिन हम लोगों को ये तो मैं तो फिफ्थ जनरेशन का है।
अच्छा।
माँ है, दादी था, दादी गुजर गया, एक दादी है। लेकिन पहला तो प्राइवेट था, लेकिन अच्छा था वो समय में। अभी तो गवर्नमेंट लिया तो गवर्नमेंट मेंटेनेंस करना चाहिए था।
कितने साल पहले गवर्नमेंट ने ले लिया?
वो 9-10 साल हो गया, 10 साल।
आपके दादी जी के टाइम पर रविन्द्रनाथ आए थे यहाँ पर?
हमारा दादी 7 साल का था बोल रहा था वो समय।
अच्छा।
फर्स्ट शादी करके आया था यहाँ पर 7 साल।
तब आपका दादी 7 साल की थी?
हाँ, यहाँ पर आया था शादी करके। उस समय में रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर जी एज ज़्यादा ही था बोल रहा था। उसका दाढ़ी भी बड़ा बड़ा था, वो चॉकलेट देता था बोल रहा था। वो समय में वो दादी तो उसको देख के घबराता था, क्योंकि उसका दाढ़ी ज़्यादा था इसलिए।
अच्छा।
ऐसा बोल रहा था। और ये तो सब प्रॉपर्टी था, ये 4 एकड़ कैसा प्रॉपर्टी। और ये तो गवर्नमेंट ने पॉलिटेक्निकल कॉलेज बनाया, ऊपर यहाँ से नीचे तक था। अभी तो ये सब हो गया, मेंटेनेंस भी नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ पर। रास्ता भी पहला तो नीचे भी था, अभी तो नहीं हुआ, बंद कर दिया।
तो आप बोल रहे हो कि 10 साल पहले ये गवर्नमेंट ने ले लिया इस प्रॉपर्टी को, लेकिन अभी तक इसका कुछ नहीं किया?
कुछ नहीं किया। वो तो म्यूजियम बनने वाला है तो बोल रहा था।
अच्छा।
ये इसका उधर क्या है, मंकू पर भी है।
हाँ, मंकू पर भी है, मैत्री देवी का घर।
अभी जो म्यूजियम बनेगा ये वेस्ट बंगाल का गवर्नमेंट से तो बनेगा, लेकिन इसको लागू करेगा कौन? GTA
2 भी है, 1 भी है। कौन करेगा ये तो मालूम नहीं, लेकिन करेगा तो GTA नहीं करेगा।
करेगा तो जल्दी हो जाएगा।
GTA का अभी जो MLA आया है का, वो अच्छा है, वो करेगा।
तो उनसे भी आप,
हाँ, उनसे भी हम लोग लेके देगा।
एक बार चालू हो जाएगा तो आप लोगों का भी जैसे मतलब ये सैलरी भी मिल सकता है।
सैलरी मिल सकता है। पहला तो जो प्राइवेट था उस समय तो मालिक आता था, 2 साल 3 साल में वो लोग PIC में रहता है, वो आके देता था पैसा, तो स्कूल पढ़ने के लिए खर्चा भी देता था। अब जो गवर्नमेंट लिया तो जो हमारा माँ है उसने
तो अभी तो कुछ मेंटेनेंस कुछ भी नहीं होता
नहीं। हम लोग तो अंदर तो साफ करता है, बाहर भी साफ करता है।
हाँ, तो वो सफाई का काम होता है, लेकिन ये जो टूटते जा रहा है
लेकिन
देर हो जाएगा तो फिर गिरने में चालू हो जाएगा ना।
वो क्रैक भी हो रहा है थोड़ा ऊपर से।
एक्चुअली वो मेन एंट्रेंस जो है वो उधर से, ये तो पीछे तरफ वो तो बंद किया हुआ है, देखा।
हाँ, बंद कर दिया।
तो आप लोग हम इधर से भी जा सकते हैं।
हाँ, हम लोगों को इधर रहने के लिए ज़्यादा दिया है।
हाँ, तो वो सामने वाला जो घर दिखा उसका मेंटेनेंस मतलब सफाई कौन करता है?
हम लोग ही करते हैं।
तो किधर से करता है? वो उधर से
ना, हम लोग तो इधर का रास्ता है तो। हाँ, वो अंदर से हमारा रास्ता है, उधर का चाबी भी है हमारे पास, लेकिन मालिक गया अभी तो कोरोना का समय है, इसलिए तो अंदर जाने से भी सब करना पड़ता है लोगों को।
মোর লাগি করিও না শোক, আমার রয়েছে কর্ম, আমার রয়েছে বিশ্বলোক। মোর পাত্র রিক্ত হয় নাই, শূন্যেরে করিব পূর্ণ, এই ব্রত বহিব সদাই। It is an earnest request from my channel to the government of West Bengal to restore this heritage building to its former glory. Now we are going to visit Hilltop Tourist Lodge on Durpin Road, which is under West Bengal Tourism Development Corporation. The road to Hilltop Tourist Lodge is narrow and steep. The woodwork of the bungalow dates back to the colonial era. We have been told that some scenes of the Bollywood film Kahani Part 2 had been shot at this place. Previously, the place used to be the palace of the King of Bhutan. Later, it became Kalimpong Government College for a few years. And finally, it became a property of West Bengal Tourism Development Corporation. Now, the place has become a popular tourist destination. It's a vintage property located at one of the topmost points of the city. The place is isolated from the main Kalimpong Bazaar, commanding a magnificent view of Gale, Kalimpong town and the majestic Kanchenjunga. This is definitely the place for the one who is looking for a quiet and peaceful ambience, but yet not so far from the town. Now we are passing by the Army Golf Course and the Morgan House to visit the Durpin Monastery tucked away on top of the Durpin Hill. Durpin Monastery is located within the military cantonment area where one of the wings of the Indian Military Army has its base. The way to the Durpin Monastery is so beautiful. The roads of the military cantonment zone are beautifully well laid. Until the mid-19th century, the area around Kalimpong was ruled in succession by the Sikkimese and Bhutanese kingdoms. After the Anglo-Bhutan War in 1864, the Treaty of Sinchula was signed in 1865, in which the Bhutanese held territory east of the Tista River was ceded to the British East India Company. The temperate climate prompted the British to develop the town as an alternative hill station to Darjeeling to escape the scorching summer heat in the plains. Following Indian independence in 1947, Kalimpong became part of the state of West Bengal. It is said that the Durpin Monastery has been blessed by His Holiness Dalai Lama. However, we were not allowed to go inside the monastery due to the pandemic situation. As a result, we stayed over there for a short period of time and made a return journey very soon. As planned by us, we have finished visiting 3 interesting places around Morgan House. By this time, we all have become very hungry. So, to satisfy our hunger, we have entered Green Gale Cafeteria to have our lunch. In the previous episode, I have said everything that I need to say about Green Gale. So, if you haven't seen it yet, follow the video given at the end of this episode or the link given in the description box below the screen. As Green Gale Cafeteria is maintained by the Indian Army, so delicious food is provided at subsidized rates over here.
Excited now 9 hole. I've done 19.
This is the 18th hole.
18 hole. 18 hole.
The man at the cafeteria has informed me that this is a 18-hole golf course. As the day is clear and sunny, the hills of Gale can be seen from this place. We have satisfied our hunger with lip-smacking dosa and hot beverages. The name Green Gale aptly justifies the enthralling beauty of this vast open field of space, with the distant hills of Gale forming a backdrop enhancing the charm all the more, at once transports us to a world of unwavering tranquility. Now we are retiring for the rest of the day at our enigmatic, mysteriously beautiful Morgan House. We deliberately avoided having lunch at Morgan House because the cook at present is not adept in her profession. Either the food is overcooked or there is an excess of oil in the cooked dishes. However, the innate beauty of the building has its own magical charm. In the previous episode, I have given already a detailed account of the Morgan House. Please do watch it and tell me how much you have enjoyed the anecdotes. I am standing on the balcony of the Morgan House, from where one can have the view of the majestic Kanchenjunga. It is now time for us to bid farewell to Morgan House. I hope, my friends, I have been able to enrich your knowledge with necessary information regarding our places of visit. Keep watching Exploring with Travelholics. Bye. See you soon.